Good Sunday morning, everyone. Here's a quick video update for you on today's snow, tonight's snow, and even a little sneak peek of what might be coming towards the end of the upcoming work week. First of all, our Arctic front is on the way. The first front moved through about 24 hours ago, and it produced the flurries and colder weather yesterday with a lot of clouds around. But this is the Arctic front right here. Notice it's getting through Indiana and Illinois right now. Temperatures dropping from the 20s down to the single digits. And then teens below zero for actual temperatures out here across the upper Midwest, and the dew points, the wind chills, yikes, don't even ask. 33 below at this station in Minnesota, 34 below near the Twin Cities. Just brutal, brutal air out across that part of the country. As I've been mentioning for a couple of days now, the Great Lakes are still unfrozen, and so they tend to act as kind of a buffer with these Arctic air masses. The air masses modify quite a bit coming over the lakes, so we will not see that kind of extreme cold here, even though it's still going to be not much fun tonight and tomorrow with temperatures down in the single digits, lower teens. Wind chills will be below zero. All right, let's focus on the snow today. Now, it doesn't look like much right now. There's hardly anything on the current radar across Ohio and out towards Indiana where the Arctic front is, but we do expect this to start blossoming over the next several hours. We're missing out on this storm that's producing a cold rain and even some snow down in the Carolinas and heading up into parts of Virginia. So I'm going to throw on the high resolution rapid refresh model here. This is the model we use only in the first 15 hours of the forecast. It'll show us what the radar should look like as we go through time. Here's a look at noon, and notice as we transition into the afternoon, the snow is really starting to blossom off to our west, towards Euclid and Cleveland and Lorain and down towards Mansfield and Dover and New Philly. Here's 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Pardon me, coming up. There's 2 o'clock. So this is about when we expect the snow to get going in earnest. First few hours of this afternoon. Let me zoom in on our local area here. This is when the snow can come down at a decent clip. The wind will pick up, and anything untreated can start to get a little bit slick. Here's 2 o'clock, and then 3 o'clock, and 4 o'clock. Now, while the radar might not look as consistently impressive here at the end of the afternoon as earlier on, any of these little streamers can still produce some decent snow rates, even though the steadiest of the snow probably occurred earlier on in the afternoon. So here's 4 o'clock this afternoon, 5 o'clock, and you get the general idea here. This is a general snow that everyone will get this afternoon. Then we're going to transition into more of a lake effect type of an event as we get into the night tonight and the wind starts coming in out of the northwest off the lake. Of course, the first places to see that lake effect will be up in the snow belts, and that's where the heaviest amounts overall will be. But I do think some of these are going to come down into parts of our viewing area and bring us additional accumulations. And you know the drill here. This is especially prominent in the northern part of the WFMJ viewing area, particularly north of I-80, up towards Warren and Cortland and Sharon, and then especially once you're up towards Greenville and heading over towards Mespo, places like that. They tend to do the best in the lake effect type of a setup. So here's the overall snow map through tomorrow. You can expect a coating to about an inch from approximately Route 30 on south. Now, once you're up towards Lisbon, Columbiana, Boardman, Canfield, Poland, Struthers, Austintown, 1 to perhaps 2 or 3 inches is a possibility. I think a lot of us are going to get close to an inch this afternoon and this evening, and then anything on top of that would be with the lake effect, and that's kind of a tough call how far south some of these streamers coming in off the lake will get. But still, an inch to maybe 2 or 3 for the heart of our viewing area, Mahoning County. Once you're up into Trumbull County and up into Warren and Niles and over into Hermitage, Mercer, Greenville, up in Mercer County, amounts do get progressively higher. We're allowing for 3 to possibly 4 or 5. And again, this covers through tomorrow. This isn't all just today. This covers today, tonight, and into the day tomorrow. All right, we're going to be keeping a keen eye on the modeling over the next couple of days to see what it does at the end of the week. This is the latest run of the GFS for Friday. It has a pretty good looking, whoops, let me go back to where I was. There we go. It has a pretty good looking snowstorm for eastern Ohio, western PA on Friday, with low pressure tracking favorably across Kentucky into West Virginia. Now the track, this is going to be one of those situations where the track will be very important. If this starts making a more northward push on the modeling, we're going to have to allow for some mixing with maybe sleet or freezing rain. The farther south this goes, you don't want it to go too far south or the storm will miss. But if it goes a little farther south than currently shown on the modeling, this would just be a straight snowstorm for us on Friday. Right now, I think the odds favor some type of precipitation on Friday, whether it's all snow or a mix. It's too early to say, but do want to start putting this on your radar that we have potentially Tricky travel day coming up at the end of the upcoming work week. Much more on that once we get done with today's Arctic front coming through. Wind chills tonight down to -5, maybe -10. Tuesday morning will be rather blustery and cold as well. The cold will start to ease later in the week, but it might come at a price with what we have coming our way, possibly on Friday. All right, have a good, safe Sunday. I'll check in on social media occasionally. Be sure you're following Andrew and Candace. They'll keep you covered on the TV side this morning and again this afternoon and this evening.